All right, I'm going to talk about something, no matter what you think about law of attraction, what you believe. I hope you'll listen to this video because I'm going to introduce something to you that you may know about, but maybe you haven't really thought about what law of attraction is and why it actually isn't real, why it doesn't usually work. If law of attraction works, then how come few people really know how to use it? I'm going to tell you why it doesn't work for most people and what does. And you just might change your mind about what law of attraction really is. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life, because it's time for us to realize what we are. First of all, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, click the bell, and share these, because it's time for us to empower ourselves. Now, I teach Breakthrough Fear, and this book is blowing people's minds. I talk about this. What we're going to talk about today, I go into detail in my book. What am I talking about when I say law of attraction, why it doesn't work? It is actually a made-up term. Now, I want you to remember, there was one point on this planet when we thought everything revolved around the earth. And people got killed if they talked about the sun being the center. And now we realize, well, oh, oops, we were wrong. Sorry, people burned at the stake. The same goes with law of attraction. The term was created back when people started to recognize that their thoughts and attitudes actually would create events in their lives and attract certain things. Religions, Buddhists, there are all kinds of belief systems out there that realize there was a connection. Actually, in the early 1900s is when it was coined law of attraction, and I'm going to tell you why it really isn't a law. It's never been a law of attraction. That is a statement that says, I am separate from that which I desire. And so we know quantum physics, if we take a photon, we split it in half and shoot it off 6 miles apart, this is an actual experiment, that what we do to one happens to the other. It is not traveling, that information isn't traveling to the other one and they react. It is actually reacting as if it has never been separated, because that's how everything works. There is nothing separate from you. There's nothing to attract. There's no law. It's a term back when they didn't understand what quantum physics was, and that we are actually all one energy field. We are creating. You are not attracting anything. You're creating. So it's an immediate thing. The delay that you see in the material world is because we are on a low frequency. We're on a low vibration level here. We're in density. We have time so that we can have cause and effect and understand that our actions create a reaction. And so that's the learning on a dense level that we are here to experience. But the truth is, everything's actually happening all at once as one unit. It's not this talking to this. It's this happening. I know this is a cray-cray. So wait, what? We're in a dense world, so thank goodness, because we are not, let's just say, responsible citizens. So my thought, if every thought was manifesting like it does when I'm outside of my body, we'd blow ourselves up every time you got mad at somebody, or you wanted, tell your parents to drop dead, which everybody, I think, at one point has thought. There's no law of attraction. Now here's the powerful part. We now know there's nothing to attract, because now I'm just making a choice. I'm a creator, but I am not separate from that which I create. I'm the power and the energy field that is that other situation, that is that other probability. I'm actually it. I'm not connected to it, I am it. We are one energy field and operating as individuals in the illusion. So I'm knowing what it's like to be an individual with a different experience. But the truth is, I never was disconnected to anything. So we talk about the higher self. Well, that higher self is you at all times. You can talk to it all you want, but that's just you. You always have access to it because it never left you. It's not out here, separate from you. It is what you are, but you're playing a role. So we don't connect to it. Now you can connect to it at any point when you decide you're going to place the low level, the low vibration ego aside and start listening to that. So when I channeled, and when I say channeled, I tuned in. I tuned into the channel. There was no obstacles between me and that which information I was getting. I'd get up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and I would write and go back to bed at 9 a.m. and sleep for an hour and get back up again. I had to write. When that information came, I had an open channel. That's all it is. And you do too. So law of attraction, we're this, with this thought and these limitations and doubts and fears, trying to attract something to me, which is out here, always available to me. And when I stop thinking this, I open the gateways and now I'm this. Does this make sense? I don't attract this. I always tell you, my father has many mansions. There's the penthouse and there's the basement. You're gonna attract the penthouse down to you? No, you gotta go up to the penthouse. You gotta leave the basement. You don't attract anything, because as soon as you attract something to you on this low frequency, it's no longer on its own frequency, it's on yours. So it's no longer that which you desire. It's something else. Does this make sense? So if I want a higher paying job and I'm still thinking broke and lack, I can't possibly attract it. I have to stop being that person with those thoughts and limitations, and I got to start thinking and know it is done, that. That's all. I'm just shifting into frequencies. I'm making choices. You are just a creator. You just make choices. And when you decide something, and you want something, and you have any thought between you and it, no vision board is going to bring it to you. There's nothing to attract. Law of attraction can work against you, because if you think there's something you need to bring to you, you're still thinking limitations on some level. I'm going to bring it to me if I do this now. Sometimes it works. Why does it work? It's not that you attracted anything. You shifted into that frequency of where that existed. Everything's in dimensions, frequencies. It's endless. It's beyond our comprehension. You're just shifting into it. It's like going into the room where it's at. I am here in the same mansion. I just have to go into the room. It's there, but it's not going to come out of that room and come into my room. I have to go into that room. Does this make sense? Rock and roll, classical music, rock and roll. Come to me, come to me. No, tune into it. You'll listen. You'll hear it. Oh, that's another frequency. Boom, I hear it. Now I'm rock and roll. Yeah. So. Law of attraction. People get so protective over it. It's made up before we understood that we are absolutely affecting that which we observe or desire. And only the thought that we can have it and are that is when it appears. When you have things that you are programmed to believe you can't have, then it becomes an issue, because now you don't break through the fear. You have an obstacle. I always say, we don't eliminate fear. We break through it. It's there. There are lower frequencies and thoughts and lack and all that other stuff. We break through it because now we know that there's nothing holding me back from going to that other space and being, in alignment with that frequency. I'm choosing it. Shift. Yeah, I didn't lose anything. That energy field and all those choices are still part of me. Nothing is separate. Everything's one thing happening. Not at the same time. Everything's one thing happening. Read the book. If you just read the first 3 pages of this, the messages that I got, you might get it. You might really get it. Everything is one thing happening. Time does not exist. Yeah, we're going to go further and further into this because we are more advanced now and realizing that we're not the, let's just say, limiting thinkers anymore. And we realize there's no law. We're unlimited beings of which everything is created by us, is us, not just for us. It's for you if that's what you're choosing. Oh, it's being done for me. By who? No, by you. By you. Because that is the lesson you wanted to learn. And so your higher self, that which is beyond your ego, is actually always in function, right? Functioning, is bringing that which you came here to learn. So learn it. Relish it. Overcome. Raise your frequency. There's nothing you can't do, be, or have. If you are interested, digitalexplorers.net is my new training. Planet Conscious Businesses, no matter what your situation or your background. I am showing people how to be creators and create any kind of online business with multiple income streams. Yes, we focus on that which we love, not chasing money, and you'll create a real business. And you have no technology that you're learning here. Come on over. It's blowing the socks off of the training world. All right, so again, I hope you'll subscribe, and I have free videos for you. Break through fear. You ready to do that? You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.